Hello everyone. Today's video is a little different. I was recently stocking up on skincare, and while I was looking at the many different products, I was just thinking to myself like, wow, I've tried a lot of Korean skincare and it's all affected my skin very differently. I personally have very sensitive acne-prone skin. My flare-ups can get very bad very fast. And the annoying part is that the smallest things trigger them. But I haven't always had this skin type. In high school, I actually had very clear skin. The only thing I would use to wash my face was shampoo. But when I got into my 20s, my hormones started changing and so did my skin type. It was a really tough experience to go through in the beginning. Taking care of the skin type was a brand new thing to me, so being put in a circumstance where you're getting a sudden flare-up and you don't know what skincare to use or how to handle it is something that was just very, very frustrating. I've been to the dermatologist many times, and honestly, my experience is that none of the products that were ever prescribed to me worked. They did nothing to help or calm down my acne or hyperpigmentation. Not to stray anyone away from the dermatologist. I definitely recommend to go, even if it's just to find out what your skin type is or what kind of skin condition you have, so that you know how to treat it better. Back when I first developed acne, Korean skincare was not as big as it is right now. I couldn't just walk into my local Ulta and have Korean toner pads be as accessible as they are today. So first, I started researching which stores actually carry Korean skincare products. After that, I started trying them out like little by little. I will admit, at first, I only bought products that were endorsed by my favorite idols because I thought that was like the best source. Not to say that just because an idol is the face of a product that it's a bad product, but if you're only influenced to buy a product because of the face of the product, then it won't always end up working with your skin type. That being said, idols also get skin treatments all the time, so I don't feel like they're a good source to go to when you're trying to rely on products alone rather than pairing them with clinical treatments as well. One thing I did learn in this whole journey is that acne-prone skin isn't all the same. For the longest time, I assumed because I had acne, I needed to buy products that dried out my skin, but that actually ended up making my skin worse. Some people have very oily skin, so they produce a lot of excess sebum. So for them, products that help control oil make a huge difference. My skin is sensitive, acne-prone, and combination. It gets oily, but also very dehydrated. My skin gets oily throughout the day in very specific areas, like my eyebrows, my nose, my chin, but then it gets super dry around the rest of my face, like around my mouth, around all the areas on my cheeks where I have acne, my forehead. Basically all of the lines that you don't want to wrinkle get dry. And then when my skin gets too dry, my skin barrier gets really irritated. When the barrier gets damaged, your skin becomes redder, more sensitive, and it's harder to heal the breakouts. Like I mentioned before, I also deal with hyperpigmentation. Those dark marks are left behind after the breakout has healed. And if my skin is irritated, those marks take way longer to fade away. Keeping my skin hydrated helps support the healing process while also making my complexion look a lot healthier. So I need products that help calm irritation without stripping away moisture. I'm going to mention a lot of products that didn't work well for me in this video because of their drying properties. So if your skin sounds like mine, these are the Korean skincare products that genuinely worked on me after trying so many. Let's get into the skincare that I love. The Mediheal Tea Tree Toner Pads. These are holy grail, so good. They visibly calm down any bumps or any redness on my skin. The tea tree leaf water and the tea tree leaf extract help calm inflammation and help remove excess oil. So when my skin flares up and it's very irritated, I can always count on these to calm it down. Torridin Dive-In Cleansing Foam. The best cleanser I have ever used. This cleanser uses amino acid cleansing agents instead of the harsher detergents. That means my skin feels very clean and not too dry after using it. I also noticed that it's not too foamy, which is good. It's like the perfect consistency. And when I take my makeup off with like a makeup remover pad, I don't have to worry about taking all of the excess makeup off because this literally does the job right after. It takes off all of the remaining makeup, which is perfect. So I really, really like this one. The Medicube Triple Collagen Toner. Extremely hydrating. When using other toners, I find that they don't lock in moisture as well as this one, especially when it's combined with the rest of my skincare routine. It's full of humectants that pull water into the skin, while the collagen produces a film that helps reduce moisture loss. Brown Lab Birch Juice Moisturizing Cream. This is the best moisturizer I've ever used. And literally ever since I started using this one, I fell in love with it. I have not changed it ever since. It's extremely lightweight, but even so, it's very moisturizing. The birch sap in it naturally contains amino acids and minerals that help hydrate, while the panthenol strengthens the skin barrier. So lightweight, but very moisturizing, which products like this are really hard to find. Torridin Dive-In Serum. Using this right after the toner really locks in moisture and makes my skin so hydrated. This toner and this serum are the wombo combo of hydration, in my opinion. They work very well together, and when I'm missing one of them, I notice the difference in my skin in a dryness sense. The hyaluronic acid and panthenol and all the other moisturizing ingredients in this serum give dehydrated skin a nice moisture boost. I actually just started using this eye cream, but I am already a fan. I've tried a lot of different eye creams, and honestly, finding a good eye cream is very hard because I find that they're just not hydrating enough. What's new? It's like what I've said for most products. But the reason is that a lot of eye creams contain retinol because you get most of your wrinkles around your eyes. But retinol speeds up cell turnover, which can cause dryness, irritation, especially around delicate areas like the eyes. My eyes dry up very often because I put on eyeliner, I use powder to set my makeup, so I often feel most of my dryness around the eye area. But this cream is actually very moisturizing and very lightweight, and my eyes don't feel like they're suffering while using it. I'm almost completely out, but the beauty of Joseon's sunscreen. This is my favorite sunscreen that I've ever used. It's very lightweight, it protects your face from the sun perfectly, and it doesn't leave a white cast. It's not sticky, it's not greasy, and it layers pretty well under makeup. The Torridin Dive-In Face Mask. Guys, seriously? Like, this is my favorite face mask. This is my favorite face mask for the same reason the serum is my favorite serum. The ingredients are basically exactly the same, just with extra moisture boost. If I was wearing a lot of makeup back to back and my skin is feeling extra dry, it definitely brings a lot more moisture back in when I add it to my skincare routine at the end of the day. I don't do it too often, maybe like once a week, but especially if I had a lot of makeup on. Like, we were just at BTS, and then I filmed a couple of videos after that, so the back-to-back makeup is not good for my skin, so I will be using one tonight. These makeup remover pads are the best thing I have ever discovered in my life. Again, for concerts that I go to or events that I go to, I usually have very heavy makeup on. One swipe. And I always get home in the middle of the night. I'm talking like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So it's such a relief to know that there's a product this good where I could just wipe, wash my face, and I could just go to bed as soon as possible and not stay there scrubbing my face. These work really well because oil dissolves oil. Heavy makeup and waterproof mascara contain oils and waxes. Oil cleansers obviously break that down way better than micellar water. And I noticed that these are very popular lately. But I discovered them a while ago when I was heading on a road trip with my friends. I didn't have any makeup remover pads, so I ended up purchasing these because they were super cheap and the packaging is cute and it looks very convincing. But I love them. I've been using them ever since that day. That's why I literally stocked up and bought an even bigger size. Mediheal Lip Sleeping Mask. This one does wonders for your lips. And it's very cost effective. I think this cost me like $3. It leaves your lips very soft after using it. And you can apply it during the day too and get away with it because it just looks like clear gloss. I also love the Laneige Vanilla Scented Lip Sleeping Mask. Same exact reasons that I love this one. It's clear, you can wear it every day, it smells delicious. But I started opting for this one because it's more cost effective. The Laneige one blew up, so naturally the price went up a little higher. I want to make it clear that this video is not sponsored by absolutely anybody. None of these products, none of these companies, these are my opinions and thoughts and feelings alone, and I just kind of wanted to share with you guys because if I can help in any way, then that would make me very happy. Now for the ones that I didn't like as much, the Mediheal Retinol Collagen Lifting Pads. Sensitive skin often can't handle daily retinol, and I use toner pads like that at least once a day. These specifically dry my skin out way too much, and they definitely don't calm my sensitive acne-prone skin, especially when there's flare-ups, but I understand because these focus more on anti-aging than they do hydration or acne. I wanted to use them because I just turned 25 and I'm in my whole, oh my god, I'm getting old phase. So I'm like, I have to try retinol, I have to do it while I'm young, but it's definitely not for my face. I wouldn't stray away from them though if you really wanted to try retinol because honestly, they're really soft and I like the pads themselves, and honestly, like, I think it would work. It just will not work if you have combination skin because it will dry you out really, really bad. Beauty of Joseon Revive Eye Serum. This is one of the eye serums that I tried that's very drying on my eyes. Retinol in the form of vitamin A, which this has, is much stronger than regular retinol. While it's still generally effective at lower concentrations, it can cause burning, peeling, and dryness around your eyes, especially if your skin barrier is already compromised like mine. The retinol definitely makes my eyes burn and I feel like my skin is cracking more. So I did use quite a bit of it. I really, really wanted to like it. Again, this is when I was going through my retinol phase, but also because it's not cheap. I still have this much left and I just couldn't keep using it because really it was not doing well for my face at all. The Axis Y Vegan Collagen Eye Serum. So this one is very, very popular. I see a lot of people using and advertising this one. I've bought it a total of 2 times to try and really like it, and I've used the whole thing each time. And it's not that this one was drying, I just feel like it didn't change anything around my eyes. It's like I didn't even put anything there. It's like I literally just put extra product on me just to have extra product on. The serum is extremely lightweight. So if your eye area gets extremely dry like mine, then I wouldn't recommend getting a lightweight serum because it won't lock in as much moisture. You would need something definitely much richer than this product. The next one is unfortunately the Torridin Dive-In Toner. I love Torridin products, but this one really disappointed me. The serum and the face masks are very hydrating, so I had really high hopes for the toner. So I purchased this one instead of my usual Medicube one, just to see if it had more of a hydrating effect. Which I don't know what I was expecting because the Medicube one is very hydrating on its own, so I don't know how much more hydrating this could have been, but whatever, girl math. But for my skin personally, this is also very drying. Since it's the first step after the cleanser, I noticed that it doesn't really allow the rest of my skincare to lock in moisture. And I don't know why that is. Like, I know toner is the next step and it's very important, but I didn't realize how important it was when it came to moisture. Lately, my face has been extra dry, so that's why when I was buying skincare, I had to go back and get the Medicube one because I've been putting on makeup very often, as I said, and I feel like it's just been so dry. This toner is also very watery, so the focus here is very light hydration. So like the last product, it didn't provide much of the lasting hydration that my skin really needs. The Laneige Water Blue Bank Hyaluronic Acid Foam Cleanser. This one was definitely an idol purchase of mine. Kim Yoo-jung is my favorite K-drama actress, and she was, or still is, the ambassador of Laneige. So basically she promoted this product and that's what led me to buying this product. I didn't hate it. In fact, I would purchase it again, but I just feel that the texture of the Torridin one is much better. The Laneige one is a little more like waxy, and I feel that it doesn't take makeup off as well. Like, I remember when I had this one, I would have to go in and scrub my face a few more times with it in order for my face to have that clean feeling, like I took everything off. Aside from that, it's not too drying, and honestly, it is a great product for what it is. So if I had to, I would use it again. It's just not my go-to product. The Torridin one is one of those holy grail type products that I was talking about before that I don't think I'm gonna switch anytime soon. The Peptella Cica UT Ampoule by Dr. Pepti. I did not like this product. It was one of those products that I purchased when I was first getting into Korean skincare. So honestly, I didn't really know much about it. It didn't even really make a difference in my skin at all. Again, it just felt like one of those products I had on my face for like absolutely no reason because it didn't do anything. The plus side of it was it kind of smelled like candy, which I liked. But aside from that, that's really it. And honestly, like weirdly enough, I never saw this one again. I bought it once and I never saw it in store ever again. I think this one was discontinued. Correct me if I'm wrong. I literally haven't seen it anywhere. Madagascar Centella Ampoule Serum. This one is very popular. Don't come at me and don't hate me, please. This one, genuinely, it wasn't bad either. And for the most part, it did calm my redness, but just not as well as the other products I've used. Beauty of Joseon Glow Replenish Rice Milk Toner. This one made me feel really refreshed and honestly left my skin with a very glowy effect. But my biggest comment is that it was glowy, but with no moisture. Does that make sense? I bought it a few times because I wanted to hopefully like it because I really liked the effect it gave my skin, but it didn't make my skin feel as good and hydrated as I wanted to. So I couldn't sacrifice the way it looked versus the way it felt because it wasn't really aiding in repairing or helping anything, in my opinion, for me personally. The BR Mud products. I actually purchased a box set of the BR Mud skincare products around my like ATEEZ concert era. This was last year and they were the face of the brand, and the box set came with 8 different photo cards of each of the members, which I still have, and the signed print on the back was like their signatures, so I thought it was really cool and like I couldn't pass up the opportunity. It was on sale and I was like, I have to try it. Plus they all have amazing skin, so this was another idol influence purchase of mine. They spoke so highly of the product during their In Your Fantasy era, so I had to try it. Don't get me wrong, it's a pretty good brand, but all of the BR Mud products contain clay and mud, which unfortunately for me absorbs all oil, so my skin was a crisp. It's like that feeling when you put a face mask on and you can't move your face because it's so dry. That's the effect it gave me. It was like It was not just drying, it was so extremely drying. It felt like my skin was cracking all over. What I did notice is that like the acne part of my skin wasn't affected badly, but the combination part of my skin was the only thing affected negatively. If you have oily skin, I 100% recommend these products for you. My brother has very oily skin, so he uses the BR Mud Foam Cleanser. This is brand new actually, we just bought another one. And he really likes it because he feels that it does the job perfectly. Sometimes during my really bad flare-ups where I have so many of those like stubborn under the skin pimples, I don't know if it's stress or what's producing it, but I feel like my skin is gross and more oily around that time. So occasionally I'll use the BR Mud Mask. I don't have too much of it left. I use it little by little here and there. It's finally starting to run out. But if I do need areas to dry up, that's definitely a go-to. But then I immediately go in with like a face mask or something and add moisture right after because I can't leave my skin like that. But yeah, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really hope that I could help you in any way, shape, or form with this advice of mine, because when I first got into Korean skincare, it was a bit of a tough process to figure out what works best for my skin type. So I definitely recommend trying out some of these products in this video, and I hope you really like them. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.